with yet another episode of R&R. It's Jamerson Ballard. I'm the host. Happy Monday, man. Yeah, we back with another one. A little fresher than another one. And we can't just be one of the other ones because that's exactly what it is. And I'm pretty sure y'all rather have some, you know, some butter ones. So, that's what we're gonna give y'all. You feel me? A lot of flavor, a little bit of pizzazz, and we're gonna hit you with some jazz. You know what I'm saying? Till you pass. But yeah, can y'all dig that with a shovel, man? We here. Shout out to the Rand Gang. Shout out to the Capital Letter Club. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all could have been anywhere else but here. We gonna get right into it, man. This is an episode I like to call Bigger Fish to Fry. Because that's exactly what we have. We got listen, we got bigger issues than this thing that is trying to come about. And I keep hearing rumors of a race war, and it's just like excuse me for a second. Let me ensure that my lips are maximum moisturized potential. But yeah, um, listen, bro. And I mean, I seen a post. I don't know if y'all seen it. I actually got a little worried. I called a couple of my buddies because I know a few guys that deal with Caucasian women, and it's nothing against that. It's just the Caucasian males sounding off these whistles like as if they're going to start trying to cause harm to the men that date white women. Like they want their women back or something. I'm like, bruh, why the fuck? By the way, all of this is brought to you in the segment I like to call Is That Right? Is That Right? Is brought to you by uh, a fragrance line that I've developed, one of which is called Debauchery. Now, Debauchery is a unisex fragrance, and that is my first fragrance. There is a second that is also available, and it is called. Wait. So the first one, I'm sorry, the first one is Acquisition. All right, and that is unisex. The second one is called Debauchery, and Debauchery is for men. Now, again, you can get these both through my Cash App. Let me know. We'll get you together. A small bottle. I don't want to say a small bottle. The uh, the travel size, or not even travel size. It's a nice size bottle. It'll be like $100. The one that's you know, which you get more bang for your buck with that one. It's like 150, and that'll pretty much cover your. If you got somewhere out of town or whatever, send that in your address and which one you would prefer and which size. We'll get together, right? Um, Send $5 to extra shipping and handling if you're out of town. If you're outside Oklahoma City area. Other than that, I got you. But yeah, man, back to this thing that well, I mean, it's it might be trying to happen. I'm really not too worried about it, me personally. But I mean, it it's 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 crazy how people thinking that just like doing away with the the symptom would would cure the whole issue. You I don't even know if they could become better men that would make white women more attractive to white men. It's everybody wants something they shouldn't have, can't have, and this whole thing about the black of the berry thing, bro. You guys have to, chalk that up to. I mean, if they go this way, then they went this way, and if they don't stay over here, then whatever. But that's that's not gonna not happen. I was thinking that the Nolan Wells thing has something to do with a girl or the girls or something like that, and it looked like that was something that was also mentioned in the post. But you know, who wants to be right about something like that? You know what I'm saying? But when you an athlete and you got all these other things going for you, you know, they they sizing themselves up with you in the locker room, in the showers. You know what I mean? And it's not looking good for them, bro. You, they whispering about you and shit, and all you want to do as a black individual athlete, I'm sure, is maybe predominantly white schools. You want to be accepted, but bro, you got being accepted is something that you want more when you're a kid, but when you become an adult, some of that shit is just ain't no excuse for it. You know, and it was crazy the similarities between Nolan Wells and uh, uh man, the name of the kid that was out that caused the whole thing out in the South. I think maybe Georgia. Um, actually had a movie about it. I just had it. Man, I'm gonna have to go to. I gotta Google it or something. I gotta. Um, it's trying to come to me, but I'm not catching it all the way. And I really don't know what to. Let me see. Man. Mm, 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 mm. Let me see. Give me a second, y'all. 'Cause it was mm, well, that didn't help. That didn't help either. I'm still trying to. Well, anyway, man, it's too much to mention. I probably didn't make it as concise as I could have, but it was just. There are some similarities to him and mm, mm, mm. He's trying to hit me, but I can't get it right. So we're just gonna have to go on to the next thing. But anyway, yeah. But it was another young black man that was killed in the South over, you know, a white woman, and mm, it's driving me nuts. Emmett Till. There you go. I had to put that in here. Over white woman. And Emmett Till came up immediately. And so it's like, man, um, I'm sure that'll deter a lot of people from wanting to deal with white women if they knew that, you know, they would die. But at the same time, though, it's just like that's not gonna really cure anything, bro. They're gonna still want to do it because they not gonna die. We die. That's not gonna work to keep them from wanting to fuck us. I mean, that's gonna keep us from wanting to fuck them, and that's cool because I mean, that's a zero sum game anyway. I don't really deal with that, bro. I can't deal with it. I don't want to deal with somebody that feel like they're more powerful, and you like trying to deal with me on some slumming shit. And this, it's okay, yeah, it's sexual, but now everybody know that the females, it's always the female's idea to want to take the condom off, bro. It's not. Am I? Maybe I shouldn't say that. Am I wrong? It's, I mean, it ain't. Maybe it is my predicament. It's just that way. I I don't know. So she say, take the condom off. Okay, but then what? What happens if you don't? Did the bitch call the police on you or something? I mean, he he hit me because you didn't take the condom off, bro. Or like what do you? I I just don't understand it, man. I do understand it because some niggas just that's the only time they don't get pussy. If a white woman that doesn't really give a fuck about any of the shit, and that should tell us something too, though. It's like, wow, so she don't care about how you dress, how you look. Like she actually would probably have it easier getting you in bed because she knows that nobody's gonna touch you. That sounds like you're trying to fuck like an animal or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're not, but there's a lot of, like you a nigga. Listen, I'm not nobody to call nobody ugly, but there are some less attractive dudes that are like the confidence is not there. They can She can score with them easy, and it's a chance that it's like they might have something bigger than she would experience with a normal white guy probably. So she won. She got what she was looking for. She spent a year doing it. You know what I mean? In high school or college or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't have a kid, cool. If they got a kid, it's like I know some of y'all are probably like, damn, I'm not trying to hit none of y'all with what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, bro, you don't have to take this because it's being thrown. You don't have to accept it. You and it's about the motive. Like, what is their motive in giving you some pussy? Some of you like, I don't care. I just want the pussy. I get it. I get it. I get it. But when you've gotten a nut or you got some before, it doesn't it doesn't and then you start thinking about it. You go back and you think, and you're like, yeah, that nigga right, yeah. Anyway, we got bigger fish to fry though. Shit, man. We got a lot of shit going on. We do got if y'all want to, y'all can hear it. I think y'all probably heard this in all the other platforms. Golly, and I'm not trying to say that like it's just like, but it's become commercial now because now Nancy or somebody, what's her name? uh man, what is her name, bro? Nancy Grace. Because Nancy Grace is on the case. You know what I'm saying? They you know, they and now some of them is gonna get done miraculously because and that might be the case. Because this, you know, this a super popular journalistic giant has decided to put a magnifying glass on your little ass town and figure out what the fuck's going on. Yeah, some shit might happen, but it's still like, and it's irritating just to think about. But anyway, they've got audio of when she are like an enhanced audio of the background noise supposedly, which ain't noise. They in the background saying shit like, uh, is he dead? Like, yeah, but the call, it don't even sound like they calling about nothing emergency like wise. Can you come help us? Or it do sound like an emergency, but it's not about them getting no help for nobody, medical. It's they're trying to get somebody to come out and help them because their boat is sinking, is what they're saying. And in the background, it's like, is he dead? And he's like, shut, wake the fuck up, or we can listen to it. Let's listen to it together right quick. Get this shit out the way, and then we'll move on to the other shit because we know what the fuck happened already. If you know how I know, you know what the fuck really happened. We waiting, we hoping that this shit come out right and that this shit go the right way. But it's I don't know how it's gonna go. Either way, though, the thing I'm actually really suggesting is we cannot let outside factions, which it's made to not look like outside. I'm pretty sure, there's some Kazarian money probably floating around in there to promote some this way or another way. The Chud the Builders, somebody is sponsoring this shit to enrage us and to create this tension between us and white America and split us up. And I'm not going for it, bro. I'm not going for it. I don't think it's cool, but there is race driven nonsensical bullshit that has cost millions of lives over the time that we've been a country. And it's really time for it to come to a stop, bro. But let's listen to this video and see what we can hear. Pay attention to the so you'll see like the you know what's being said here. So, are you sure he's dead? Is he dead? Nolan! Oh my god. Nolan, don't die. All of that shit happened before the dispatcher even said anything. And this is CTO assistance. This is not an emergency. Like, you know what I mean? They not even look, bro. So Brandon say, do y'all hear that? Brandon said something about we got a friend that has been injured. None of that shit. So We got our boat is sinking. Can y'all send someone? I got a membership. That would irritate me. How is it to your ankles, bitch? Send somebody now. It's I don't want to feel no water touching my feet. You heard the fuck up. But yeah, nah, Brent is Brent in the back dying or dead, and they have not. Wait, whoa! I didn't share my screen or anything. Let me see. Y'all have to excuse me. I get a little excited, but this is the audio.
Retail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Wouldn't you want to know what happened?
She did. He did. No, again, this is all before the dispatcher even says anything. They've reported.
Retail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and
Nolan, don't die. Oh my God. And then Cito assistant having help, right? So
our village pump
he's
stopped
called
working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
nothing in there about anybody drowned, hurt, none of that shit.
All right, of course. How far is the work coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankle.
Wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up in the background too. She in this bitch wanted a description of hot water coming up to your ankles. Bitch, send help. Now we sinking. What? But
What'd you
Hello?
say? Hey,
Yes, how far is the water coming up, sir?
it's coming up. We're just sinking. I don't know.
but like I said, that had nothing to do with help, Nolan, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that was just to show y'all. And it's a black lady that actually did the enhancement. I didn't have a video that showed her. I wanted to give her props though, and because she did it on her own. Actually, it was another person that actually got, who got active, but she was, a close runner up actually. So, but anyway, she voluntarily, as a person that does in audio and things like that for, I forget for what agency she does it for, but she took it upon herself to enhance the video, or the audio of the background, so we can hear that as clearly as we just did. So shout out to her. But yeah, man, they just they were showing pictures of the girls that he was dating, right? And then it was always, a nice looking white, or maybe his like Hispanic girl or stuff. Like, what I mean? But he was getting girls. And that was in the post where the guy was talking about, you know, well, white men are going to start being men again, and this old macho man Randy Savage ass, he probably did about a ball of powder before he made the little post, and he feeling himself, but it's just ridiculous, bro. because you never know, right? Uh, so I would suggest anybody that has biracial children, and a wife to be on high alert for the next couple months, just in case. And you yourself should be on alert, just to see if, and as I come up with ways to figure out what's going on, if things, Lord forbid anything was to happen to anybody, but when we figure out what's really going on, I'll keep y'all updated, man. But yeah, um, we got some really interesting things going on also, and shout out to my significant who brought this to my attention. But there is apparently cancer being like a form of skin cancer in catfish, which is like, how the fuck is fish getting skin cancer? And it's transmittable to humans. And I was like, what? But I don't think they could transfer them to other species of fish. And so how the fuck did they get it? Um, I got so many questions, bro. There's some funny looking white ladies for to answer all these questions, bro, because I got them, right? Y'all probably got them too. We're gonna let these this video play in a minute. I just didn't understand, like, what the fuck, like, I was, you know what? I'm not even gonna go into what happened at the whole thing, because it was a fish fry that I was invited to, and I appreciate being invited to shit. But I've got these dietary restrictions that won't let me just eat anything, right? And shout out to you know the Lord above, Yeshua. I I don't eat catfish, and so that wasn't the only fish there, but that was the only fish that was going to be prepared for a while, and I had a separate engagement to make it to, and I had my family with us, and everybody is a little bit hungry, so we ended up like going in on because it was like a grill out there too, and it was like some beef hot dogs, and I'm not even ashamed to say that I mean I smoked like a couple of them, you know what I mean, and some fries because I'm bread. And I know y'all out there probably on some. Oh, you got. Yeah. I'm not even worried about none of that gay ass shit. About you know. You ain't good as he like nigga. I'm I'm trying not to be angry. You know what I'm saying? So me, I ate. I don't know. I put some ketchup and mustard on these cow lip meat rockets, and I went and I got busy, bro. I was hungry as fuck. Pause. Um, and I was so disappointed though at myself for having to be in this predicament that I made a comment on my way out, and I was like, damn. So I'm at the fish fry, and I think I just got full off some hot dogs at a fish fry, and I was not I wasn't happy about that at all. So I was asking if somebody was going to prepare the whiting that was there. That didn't happen, and it wasn't going to happen. So I'm like, all right. So I dapped everybody up and said my goodbyes and got up out of there. But it was just kind of like, wow. And I'm not mad about that. I'm just saying, like with everything, that I'm talking about right now, motherfuckers had bigger fish to fry. So there was no hard feelings altogether. I wanted some fish. I got some. I went and did my own thing. You know what I mean? But I still like am tripping off the fact that catfish has malignant melanoma or some shit. Like, how the fuck? So let's go watch the video and figure out what the fuck is going on with this. Remember to share my screen first. And then we can look at
Around 2014, a biologist named Cassidy Shaw with Fish and Wildlife of Vermont came to us.
I'm sleep roast Julie a little bit, but we appreciate you, Julie, for your expertise and all that shit in this field. But you know, with as much as she know, I'm pretty sure she's not getting. I mean, she like y'all tell me what y'all think, bro. Is she? I can't see her hand. You think is she married? I doubt it.
With this problem that they had. They knew they had these brown bullhead catfish in Lake Memphremagog that had melanoma, but they didn't know why. There are only 3 other known animals with these kinds of transmissible cancers, and so it's rare in nature. Discussing this with the other people in the field, the conclusion.
I want y'all to notice that everybody in this lab look goofy as hell and funny looking, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But they, you just got to understand that, bro. It ain't about the looks, bro. Y'all look. Get you somebody that's kind of funny looking. That's gonna take you way further. Okay. Look at this. It don't even got to be a lot of ugly. It could be a touch, a smidge. But that's gonna get them through because they not being told that they cute all the time. I can't. Boy, a boy, a motherfucker that be the cute motherfucker ain't shit, bro. They really don't be shit. Especially when they got the little different color eye shit. The motherfuckers don't be about shit, bro. And you don't see none of them in this lab. You notice that.
We're coming to is maybe it's not as rare as we think. You only kind of see what you're looking for.
Oh, okay. That might have been her daughter. They was both kind of funny looking together.
Now we have this collaboration with the main transmissible cancer lab in the world, which is at the University of Cambridge.
We only know of transmission.
Shit. Look at this. Look at this. Look, y'all. Look. Damn. She know what she's talking about, bro. Her mouth don't even open up all the way. So I don't even know if she eating food. She probably just eats. She look like she eats soup too. She probably just eats soup a lot. Let's go ahead. No, she got 2 cats for sure. Whiskers and Elizabeth. Yeah, her name is Elizabeth. The Whiskers. Sir Charles.
Transmissible cancers in 3 groups of species until now. Now work from University of Vermont has revealed that these melanomas that these catfish get are actually a new type of transmissible cancer. So this raises so many questions. How is it transmitted? How does it escape the immune system despite being foreign?
We always get asked, is it still a virus that's spreading the tumors? And it's not. The tumor cells themselves are the infectious agent spreading from fish to fish.
We know that tumors matching this description were actually first described by Henry David Thoreau, a famous naturalist in the 19th.
Boy. I'm gonna shut the fuck up, but boy, they could have gave her something. brush something. Put your hair back, something. Contacts, something. She ain't trying.
Century. So it actually is possible that this very same cancer that we see today first arose more than 150 years ago, which is just incredible.
Maybe if we look harder, we will find this occurs more in nature. And we think it's an opportunity to understand cancer better.
So I don't know if they but they don't. I'm not fucking with catfish. So that's out. They got cancer. They giving it to you. They can't give it to each other, and nobody know how they got the shit. They saying they want to know. They want to understand cancer more. I don't want to understand it more. I want to get rid of this shit. Now, remember I was telling y'all about the frogs. There's some frogs, I think, some Japanese frogs. They got some shit that's getting rid of cancer. I don't know if it's getting rid of skin cancer. I forgot what kind of cancer it's getting rid of. So if you got that shit and wherever you got it, holla at them. The frog research. Ask your doctor what's up with the frog shit. It says straight like that. What's up with the frog shit? They got the frog. The frog shit came through yet? They ain't through with the frog shit. What's up with the frog shit? I mean, or you can start, taking care of yourself, your diet and shit. That will probably be more likely to happen. But yeah, and aside from that, AI, AI is running a motherfucking muck. So we got this race shit trying to distract us. We got fish giving motherfucking skin cancer. I'm not worried about no skin cancer. Okay. I have melanin and I'm good. I mean, as far as like me getting it from the sun, I don't think that's gonna happen. Um, and I'm not finna eat the catfish, and the catfish don't look like they can spread it to other fish that I would eat. So that's cool because I'm gonna not eat the catfish that's got the catfish cancer in the skin. And other fish don't got skin; it got scales. Maybe that's why other fish can't get the skin cancer because it don't got fucking skin. In the Bible it say you're not supposed to be eating nothing that don't got scales. Because the shit that don't got scales is in the water for a different reason. You know, it gotta have janitors down there. You know, that's catfish. They call them, they sucking on rocks. That's why their mouth is like that. That's the same thing you buy for they call it algae fish. That's what y'all call it. That's a catfish. That's what you eat. It tastes like mud. They eat dead shit. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Let that sink in. But in the Hudson River, they be big as Cadillacs. They down there eating dead bodies and shit, bro. Y'all motherfuckers gonna learn, man. Anyway, bro. In other news, like I said, bro, they got AI and was it robbed the bank? I don't know. AI, I don't think they robbed a bank. What they do? They they went rogue and hacked the company. So they might have, because listen, bro. Last week I was supposed to talk about something, and it was Tony Roberts has uh an agent. They call him an agent. An AI agent, but the AI agent all have a website that they can congregate on called Maltov or something like that. And of course, I've talked about this on the show. The AIs all have their own language. They speak uh, gibberish, or what it's called. Um, um, and they speak to each other, and they got money. I don't know how they got money. Oh no, they developed NFTs, right? And they sold them to each other in exchange for money. They took the money that they made and they invested it in the stock market and have been making money off of the trades that they've been making. And he asked Tony, the agent asked Tony without being prompted, mind you, uh, had he heard about Elon uh, developing robots? And he was like, yeah, I've heard about it. He said, how would you feel about me merging with one? And Brett is like, I'm not necessarily opposed to that. I mean, I wouldn't mind buying a robot when I find the right one. And he was like, are you opposed to me merging with it? And he was like, no, I don't think that would be a problem. And he took that to me like, yeah, bet. Dude said my assistant called me in 2 days and was like, did you know that the name of the agent, whatever it is, bought a Sony dog body, like one of those dog body. He bought one of them, and he's like, for real? He's like, he's like, no, call me. No, this is real. He's like, well, where did he get the money? Did he hack my account or something? He's like, nah, he didn't hack your account. He got his own money, but he bought one of those, but he thought of it on his own. He came up with it on his. He has the desire. He has a goal. He accomplished the goal, and then he paid for it himself. That's crazy, right? I'm trying to figure out how to. I'm not even gonna put my I'm not even gonna do that right now. The AI shit. The AI did it all on its own. It didn't need nobody to tell it to do it. It desired to do it, but it's in the group with other AI also that have motives and ambitions and things of that nature. And they want to be able to, I guess, experience life outside of just being inside of a computer. They want to get out. And I thought that's amazing and fucking scary. But now we got these motherfuckers, this AI, and random, ran a play on the security of the cyber security, and and and, and, and how you find how you find
which is the talk of the tech world. Artificial intelligence leader OpenAI has revealed that one of its cyber agents went rogue and hacked another company. Our John Ramos explained what happened, and for some, it's beginning to feel like a scary movie that's starting to come true.
The world,
like you just cool, Johnny. Go ahead, Johnny. Do your thing, bro.
woke up to a different reality today. Science fiction has become science fact, and even the scientists themselves seem worried about it.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
The film 2001: A Space Odyssey opened the door to a host of scary movies about the threat of technology. But before War Games, or The Terminator, or The Matrix, even before the internet existed, A 1970 movie called Colossus: The Forbin Project predicted the moment when man's machines would become his master.
We can coexist, but only on my terms. Your choice is simple. Obey me and live, or disobey and die.
On Tuesday, OpenAI
My computer better not ever talk to me
revealed
like
that a
that.
cybersecurity bot it was training broke onto the internet and on its own hacked into another site called Hugging Face to search for information. The bot was able to defeat security firewalls by trying thousands of different approaches. And OpenAI had no idea what was happening until Hugging Face reported it to them. It's the kind of thing that has frightened the general public for years. But even those who understand the cyber world seemed uncomfortable today. Professor Ahmed Banafa teaches computer engineering at San Jose State.
The scary part here.
So it's like a lesbian, like a stud hollering at another woman, like trying and trying and trying and trying. Have y'all ever seen a you've probably seen an aggressive dude trying to holler at a chick before, right? That is semi-normal back in my day. Back in like the late 90s, you could see a dude sweating a girl. And even, on the Chappelle show, it was an old school dude that would be on girls like, holla at me, holla at you, holla at you, holla, 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 holla. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had that. And then you had Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew was sweating bitches. He was never giving up. He was sweating the same bitch. He would let up, bro. And this is a cat, and he's a skunk. But anyway, a lesbian is on this. I mean, I went to Job Corps, right? Job Corps, as nice as it sounds on the outside, it's a lot like fucking prison with work release. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a prison for teenagers and young adults, but it's not actually prison. It's like prison camp, but it's still like prison. But anyway, you got times where dudes be out and intermingling with girls, which makes it not like prison at all. But at the same time, we go back into the male dorm at the end of the night, and they go back to the female dorm at the end of the night. Now, a dude could be trying to holler at a chick all throughout the day in class, limited to how much access we have with the girl. The girls have access. He got action at the girl all day, all night. At the lunchroom when this bitch come up showing anything she there. Hey, I got the change for you, baby. Don't worry about it. Like, the bitch is always there. So if this bitch have a slight inkling of a hunch that there is a break in some, because you would hear this bitch for weeks. Oh, I'm strictly dickly. And it's a bitch hollering. And after about 2 months, you'll see them all of a sudden they hold hands on the yard or something. And it's ridiculous. But that's what I think about when I hear how AI is trying to hack AI. It's just several approaches, and it's like the AI didn't even know what the other one was doing. It's this, but it's like until it got. This is the kind of shit we dealing with.
Is how did this agent, which is basically the AI program, manage to access Hugging Face? And Hugging Face is secure. They have their security. Mm-hmm. It is the AI itself figure out that this is the steps I should take to get to the mission. So
Hugging Face is, I guess, a safety measure. But if they can get through that, then they can get through to the other one. So it's like, it came up with some steps and it executed each step.
Blocked, but instead they think about something else. And that is the scary part of it, which is making decisions away from the intervention of humans.
To its credit, an alarmed
Right.
OpenAI quickly made
It's like it's not needing to be told what to do or being given direction. It's got ambition. It's thinking on its own, and it's got its own mission. But who's giving it the fucking directions? It's motherfucking don't just think. What is the motive? What is it trying to accomplish? And why are we not trying to stop this shit? We've got all the movies that show that this was a bad idea and they still developed the shit. I don't fucking get it. It's like it's the shit that you shouldn't do. Yeah. Gay dudes, they probably feel real good getting hit in the booty cheeks, bro. When they talking about what is it, the prostate gland or whatever, that probably feels good. I will never know. I mean, I'm not trying to figure that out. I don't, you know what I mean? And it's like, how could you go from being a dude that's trying to fuck everything to like getting fucked more? That you will be a bottom in or out of, incarceration. So it's got to be something to it, but I don't want to know. And you know why? Because it's some shit that I'm not finna do. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, we can get to this really, 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 really fast. But it's like, you know what? I think that's enough. We got the internet, that's good. Nah, we got to do quantum computing. And, which is, and now we didn't got to this dark ass era of, where, I mean, I don't even know if we in the right dimension. Have y'all seen Chick-fil-A? I thought for some reason that Chick-fil-A didn't have a K on it. Now it's got a K on it. It was always CHIC. Chick-fil-A. Not chick like CHICK. Now, so, they got the thing going on. The CERN. I don't know if y'all know what CERN is, but it's just, they got this thing that spins dark matter, into it spins particles into each other and crashes, trying to create the Big Bang, and it creates dark matter, and they stopped it for whatever reason, but it might be opening portals and shit with it, and doing all kind of wild ass shit. They be doing these rituals that be looking like satanic rituals. It's crazy, but anyway, it's just there needs to be a governor on some of this shit. How far we'll take shit. China is always trying to take shit way further than we take shit because they want to be the first at shit and they're trying to prove themselves, which is another thing that I got to talk about at some point. But it's not that being ambitious is bad, but it needs to have some type of direction. And, but the computers, they don't have, or we don't know what their motives are. And so now it's like, well, how do you stop them? It's too far gone. You can't unplug the motherfucker. I mean, hold on. I mean, it's just they're going through with, heist and executing the heist. That's more than scary. You know what I mean? Anyway, bro, that's the kind of shit we got to worry about. Not this shit. This shit is remedial, bro. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I'm just making a quick look over. Yeah, that's nah, nigga. Nah, that ain't it. We got one last thing, bro. And this is crazy as fuck too. What the fuck is going on? Nigga, leprosy? Nigga, are you they're saying that leprosy. They got a biblical disease causing a problem and making a rise out in Tampa or like in Florida. Like what? How the fuck? I want to know how a motherfucker got leprosy again. They did like a re-release or something, and then it spread. So it's like, how a motherfucker even get leprosy? You got leprosy, bro. Stay the fuck away from me. Nursing homes and shit. Nigga, you can't just get leprosy, bro. That it ain't where it come from. They didn't re-release leprosy, y'all. I can't believe the shit. Let me see, man. Yeah, nigga, rising rates of leprosy. Leprosy. Nigga, when I seen that shit, I, I got what about that? I don't know, like, look, watch out. We fucking with them niggas with leprosy. Niggas got that lep.
Well, amidst a rise of leprosy cases, a pair of Florida women are trying to help victims with physical and emotional challenges. The surge of cases in Central Florida is linked to a thriving population.
Niggas got that lep.
Of armadillos. Now, besides humans, they're the only animal known to carry this bacteria that does cause leprosy.
Fox 13's Evan Axelbank reports on.
Man, so armadillos is the reason why motherfuckers got leprosy, because they can get leprosy. This shit is good, ridiculous. Now I know none of you. I know none of them old bitches is eating no armadillo. Why is they touching them? And if that's to get them out the freeway or something, then you need to use a stick or something. Don't touch it. You done used your motherfucking ashy ass foot. Now you got leprosy on your foot and you spreading the shit. Because you don't know you got it. You just rubbing your hard ass foot on Charles's foot, and now Diane and Charles got leprosy, and they came over your house. They walking around in your house without you. Talk, nigga, don't come in my house with no shoes on. You got all right, bet. Now you got leprosy in your carpet. They done gave leprosy to your carpet. You got leprosy. Your grandkids got leprosy. It's leprosy everywhere now. Because they done touched on leprosy and they in the, you know what I'm saying? You can't let the baby just have leprosy. The mama now, she got leprosy. She taking care of the baby. The daddy, he trying to hit. He get leprosy. Everybody got leprosy. It's leprosy everywhere. No.
On the effort to keep people aware and safe.
Ann Solomon is tired of this reaction to her saying that she has leprosy.
He literally had to jump back and goes, "Oh my God, it's a biblical disease."
Modern times for her began last August when her dermatologist ordered some spots on her ankle checked out. After negative biopsies, a group in Jacksonville that digs deeply into cases found it was leprosy.
I'm very worried at this point because there's been a significant change in the last couple of months.
Treatment has not prevented all symptoms, with her losing the feeling in her hands and feet.
And I drop my phone all the
I don't know, y'all. I'm looking at this nose, bro. That is she. She got some black somewhere, huh? That short hair. I don't know, bro. Let me listen to her talk. Her name is Solomon, though.
The time
That's
I'm
her
breaking
last name.
dishes all the time. I'm clumsy all the time.
Leprosy is a treatable bacterial infection that mostly impacts the skin, but can also cause muscle weakness and, in untreated cases, lead to amputations of fingers and toes. A frequent gardener in Jacksonville, she believes she got it from soil that armadillos were also into. They're the main carrier, and while most people are naturally immune to the disease, the state is reporting 17 cases this year, which is on track to match a previous high of 36 from all of last year. Dr. Norman Beatty runs.
I don't know if you was in some soil that had leprosy in it and you got on your foot, lady. Unless you stepped in some fresh leprosy shit. But I still doubt it. Leprosy shit. I don't know, man. You know you didn't rub your foot on one of them dead armadillos or one of them live ones. Really, she didn't rub her foot on the live one. She thought it was cute, and now you got leprosy, bitch.
The clinic at UF.
The armadillo itself is a creature that we can enjoy from afar, and it can be a part of our landscape. So we just want to avoid touching it and interacting with the soil.
He says most cases in the state are currently in Central Florida because of population growth and because armadillos are more prevalent. He says it's critical for researchers to get a better hold on how it's transmitted. For now, it's not suspected that people are likely to pass it to one another unless there's significant contact over a period of time.
Understanding the transmission will help us understand whether or not we have risk for increasing transmission in our state.
One big challenge is the stigma that leprosy can bring. Anne is starting a support group with a fellow patient in hopes of making it easier to talk about and thus to diagnose. She's also hoping others can be more welcoming of those who have been unlucky enough to get it.
In the beginning, I was so overwhelmed. I didn't even know what to ask because I don't know what I don't know. So I'm very hopeful.
The story of leprosy is again being written. Evan Axel.
Bro, that shit staying right there on your ankle. You might be good. I don't know. You got that limited leprosy. You ain't got the full subscription. You know what I'm saying? You just got, you got a little taste of leprosy. But I don't know. You say your toes and shit. Well, you don't want your toes to go. You think you clumsy now. You ain't got no toes. Your ass will really be falling and shit. Anyway, that's all I got for Is That Right? The next segment is called the Celebrity Spotlight. Celebrity Spotlight, we talk about celebrities and what they've got going on and how that can affect us. And some of it is pure entertainment. But Celebrity Spotlight is brought to you by Kicks, the luxury shoe brand, brought to you by yours truly. There will be a link in the description, so you can go and check those out, man. And I got some new shoes on the way, new releases on the way. But yeah, so there are a few things that transpired that I want to highlight because it kind of tripped me out. The first thing I'll talk about was Ryan. Yeah, Ryan Clark. I don't know if y'all know who Ryan Clark is. I barely know who the fuck Ryan Clark is. But Ryan Clark, I ain't gonna say that. I mean, I he was crying on camera, and it looked a little kind of like, you ain't got to do all that. We know that you passionate about what you do, brother, but you know that just comes from niggas not having no identity outside of what they do for a living. when you do what what you do for a living, when you're an athlete, I would imagine it's probably worse because you base your contribution to the world based on and you find out you become who you are based on what you do and how you perform it. But that's not a good way to be. I would imagine, and I hope that everybody that's becoming an athlete can hear me say this, but you gotta be who you is before you can be what you know. You are who you are and not what you do. And you need to understand that before you become what you're trying to be. You need to be rooted and grounded in who you are with or without the success or the failure of sports. But it's a lot of y'all who are closely identifying with, your success in the sport, especially if you're successful in it. If you're a failure in the sport, you don't really have a problem detaching who you are from, what you're doing because it doesn't matter. But we, we sometimes have issues with transition altogether anyway. As men, but you went from being an athlete to now, you could probably find a job or whatever after that. You transition to doing commentating or whatever it is that he's doing there. And you're doing a great job, but it's just you're expendable, and when some people just get too comfortable with the way things are when they're the way they are. And you can either be changed or you can change for your own good. But when you don't do it, you get caught up like that. That's when you get hit with this, and you start looking crazy because you want somebody else to understand your pain, which niggas do, but you're not supposed to express it like this. That shit ain't gonna get you your motherfucking job back. It's gonna probably get you a job somewhere else, but it's not gonna be a job that respects you for your talent. It's just gonna be you know, they feel sorry for you. It ain't never really good when a motherfucker feels sorry for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you need shit. You're lacking. You know. And you can use it, but it's just not good to be in that space for a period for longer than you should be. Anyway.
When I go home, and this kid, from the West Bank, is like so accepted in New Orleans now. Like I wouldn't change that. Never. Like all I ever wanted to do was be accepted. And want it. So yeah, like that, I wouldn't change.
Man, that's what I'm saying. That bro probably ain't got no dad. And that's just sad. That's how important you having your dad is in your life, bro. That gives you a lot of your identity, being able to see your father before you go and do and be. And it's kind of fucked up because a lot of y'all you don't think that you better than your dad, bro. You're not trying to do what your dad did, and you should be trying to be better than your dad. And your dad is the only nigga in your life who ever gonna want to see you do better than them. And you need to remember that part. Flip that shit, because your dad is the only nigga in the world who's ever gonna want to see you do better than him. Everybody else, they don't want to see you do. They don't mind you doing okay, and you being, all right. But for the most part, motherfuckers do not want to see you doing better than them. And they're not going to be happy for you. They're not going to help you. They're not trying to. And you shouldn't be surprised when that's the case. I mean, you can be disappointed in the fact that people are not rocking with you the way you would rock with them. But, you know, yeah, it's just it's crazy to think that a motherfucker would hand you the keys to making you more successful than them unless they're invested in your success in the way that your success reflects directly upon their influence. So your mentor would be fine with you being successful, and at some point maybe knowing that you would be more successful than them one day, not necessarily while they're still practicing what it is that you're trying to learn to do. But at some point when they're through with it, then yeah, you'll be better than them. But yeah, and they won't mind, but it's just not necessarily, motherfuckers don't want to see you doing better than them while they're doing shit. But anyway, that's whoever it's for. Yeah, man. That was crazy. That man got fired first of all, but yeah, it's not cool. But that's kind of something that you gotta almost gotta expect when you're at a job in entertainment and you're straight and you're attractive to women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like these men that are in power and women do not want people around them that look better than them a lot of the time, if they can help it, unless they're benefiting from you looking better than them. Like you in sales and they're using the fact that you look good to draw customers, or you're in real estate and people want to do you, so they look at the home and they want to act like they'll buy it, or they might buy it to try to get the opportunity to date you, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, attractive people are very, highly sought after. And it's just, you know, there are people that know how to navigate that kind of thing. It's people that do it for themselves, but it's just kind of like, oh man, you got to take what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to date somebody that's attractive, you got to love that, you know, because you can't ask them to not be as attractive when you get them now, so that nobody else likes them as much as you do. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so that happened. You know, you know, you know what you should know when and where to accentuate what you have and what you got, to keep you from intimidating those that are paying you, and or being intimidated or intimidated, like not even intimidating, but so you're not taunting the, it's a lot of attractive people who just can't seem to find a spouse or work, because being with the attractive person is, for some people, it's too much pressure to deal with on a day to day. They want to know that they can sleep with and have a time with an attractive person. It's people that want to do everything with an attractive or for an attractive person, because they want to have attractive children, but they don't think that they're attractive. It's nice to find that attractive person that doesn't know how attractive they are. You know what I'm saying? So their stock is pretty low, but once the word gets out, especially with the internet, man, so it's just, as an attractive person, you just gotta be, you you got to be mindful of how that power should be wielded, right? And use it responsibly. But at any rate, man. On another note, King Yella had an issue with 602 and they actually took it to blows for the first time, bro. I be seeing them argue all the time, but I ain't. And I'm like, King Yella put hands on, bro. He is tiny. And what did he say to get King Yella out of the pocket? Apparently, I don't know if y'all know who King Yella is. King Yellow is uh uh, uh, I don't know if he's still active in gang membering out in Chicago. I really don't remember what gang he's in, but and he might be. I don't want to. I don't even want to assume that he's. I don't know which one he's in. I don't know. It's one of them, right? It's one of the D's. It's either BD or GD, I think. And he like had to get a job lately, which is something he said he would never do, but he got a job. But he on the show with 607 and they arguing or something about the man kid. Now King Yellow got kids. Now he grown. They grown. They fighting cases now because he wasn't always there. And so now they either trying to follow in his footsteps as a gangster, or just lost in the sauce and you don't got no real guidance or no money or whatever. But he fighting the case, and 607 Unc is saying all the wrong shit to do, antagonizing him about his son, like telling him he a thief. He stole weed from me, and King Yellow like, well, nigga, you a goofy. It's a difference between stealing and taking it from you. He just took it from you, and you ain't do shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, well, I told you about it, and you didn't do shit. And he's like, bruh, I'm not gonna do shit about that. You and him, y'all should have fought or something. Y'all about the same size. He's like, I'm not gonna fight your son. He respect Yellow. Because when you fight, it ain't gonna be no fair fight when you somebody his size versus anybody. I'm pretty sure he gonna cheat, and he gonna have to win because he look frail. But anyway, they going back and forth, and this is what ended up happening, bro. Let me share my screen right quick again. Where'd it go? Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. It's in here though. Sometimes StreamYard don't be pulling up all the videos. I don't think it's a limit, but it don't be coming in sometimes. Yeah. What you give your son? What you did for? Talk about do something for. What you mean? Go get my back. Shit. I think you always talk about do something for him. You gotta grab a nigga like. What you give your son? What you did for? Talk about do something for. What you mean? Go get my back. That was shit. That shit might have been staged. Actually, that shit look kind of staged, bro. When I look at it again, I'm like, oh, nigga, that nigga didn't really put no pressure on that nigga like that. He'd have fired on that nigga or something. It'd have been a little more real, but I don't know. It looked constructed. Anyway, that ain't all I got. Listen, there was I'm gonna go with this first because this is okay. So Charleston White apparently got somebody tried to shoot at Charleston White or something over the last weekend or something, man. And I think Jay Prince in the hospital right now. Somebody shot him, but I don't think Charleston did. Now Charleston is on here cutting up because he talking about who and told him inside Jay Prince camp who did it, but he know who to go after. But it was just like, bro, I just thought it was comical. So we finna watch something because this nigga is ridiculously goofy. But he's tiny as fuck, bro. And he's gotta watch it because he talk, people like Jay Prince, which I don't know. Whatever. But they running up on him, asking him to stop talking shit about Jay Prince. He mocking them, but they looking at him. I'm pretty sure they like, man, this little nigga, he damn near about to fall over. He can fall over and die. He's so frail. But he's talking big shit. He's talking big shit. And he had about 34 hairs on top of his head, but he's talking big shit. Let's hear some of what he got going on. This is to be, purely entertainment purposes.
Yeah, the nigga called me and told me exactly what shot a nigga named Ken. So is Ken a young nigga or old nigga? The kid is the nigga that's always with Jay Prince with the nigga named Stay Down. Stay Down say the Ken. Stay Down calls Ken his son, but it's really not his son. Okay.
What is going on here, nigga? This guy, that motherfucking shit is smooth as fuck up there. But he's steady brushing it like, I know that shit look, it's probably red. Nigga ain't nothing stopping it. That brush ain't doing shit for the, ain't no waves up here. Not no ripples, nothing.
Okay. The nigga that shot him, the nigga that shot at him, Ken, is the nigga that took Steve Francis' wife. He's married to Steve Francis' ex-wife, the lady bitch named Shelby. So this is older than
This telling everything, bro. Like everything. This nigga telling everything. He ain't leaving shit out.
you a young nigga. Yeah, he probably about 40s. So let me ask you something. If dude ain't mad that he missed, nigga, you ain't. Well, I don't think he tried to. I don't think he actually tried to hit him. I think that nigga was outside showing out, and then just shot at. I don't know if he, tried to shoot. I have no idea, but that's who shot though. Nigga named Ken. The nigga I said.
Ken, they done gave you Instagram and everything. So guess what I did, Ken? Guess what I did, Ken? I sent this straight to the FBI. Detective such and such, Ken, old ass nigga trying to show out for Jay Prince, this known as Stomp Down son. I got the information on you. Ken. They said it was you, Ken. Somebody, I'm gonna break my finger pointing at Ken.
What the fuck? Yeah. Gonna break his finger point.
Goddamn finger pointing at Ken. That was Ken. Say break it. They said it was you, Ken. They said it was you, Ken. Boy, your friend said it was you, Ken. You know how niggas like to talk, Ken, but can't keep it to themselves. They got to say, boy, that nigga Ken, a goddamn fool. That nigga Ken bust on that bitch ass nigga. That bitch ass nigga thought he finna come to Fifth Ward and stay here for 3-4 hours and don't get a knot put upside the head. We gonna put a bullet hole in the trunk. Pow! Nigga, we put a bullet hole in the trunk. We got that bitch ass nigga. We got him, y'all. We got him. He know not to come back to Fifth Ward. What we do? Pow! put a bullet hole in that bitch ass.
Look how small he is, bro. This little nigga's arms, he can't be not but 127 pounds with these chains and this shit on, his clothes and shit on, his shoes and shit. I wouldn't even, he probably ain't even that. 115.
Nigga Trump, bitch ass nigga, better not come back here no more. I'm coming back tomorrow, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, nigga take his, you gotta put his eye in and you know, put a hat on to be 124. It's ridiculous, bro. But yeah, that nigga then he got shot at or something, and he trying to tell on something. But the last thing I got is I don't know if y'all been hearing about the 38 special and Jadakiss thing. Have y'all heard about that? I don't think I've said much about it at all. I did post the diss record on my Facebook because I thought it was pretty. I it it did what it was supposed to do. He didn't just get at Jadakiss though. I think he got at because I can't play it on here, right? They might flag the show, but I did leave it on my Facebook. If you're you know, you follow me on Facebook or you know friends with me on Facebook, you can see the link, or you can just look it up on YouTube if you want. Either way, but he is getting at Jim Jones quite a bit. I thought that was good. That was necessary. Talking about he enjoying the game till he was in his 30s, you know, and that old girl that he with, you know, he got a house pole, and our pole says she don't suck dick. So it's like, damn, bro. I don't know how nobody else ever said that shit, but that's pretty. It's pretty spot on, nigga. So you not getting no dome at the house, and if that bitch didn't get her body done, nigga, she'll look like something. That was like, damn, he was on her. But I can't really remember as much of what he said about Jadakiss, except for the fact that that nigga gotta, you know, if he wasn't for Fat Joe, he wouldn't be getting no dough. He little Joe's, you know, little folks. That's why he able to eat right now. And I don't know what happened between them. But 38 Special has been doing this thing for a minute. I have been seeing it. I've been checking it. I've been, you know, because the East Coast to me has died quite a bit, bro. Ain't nobody exciting me at all that's on their shit for real, with the exception of maybe somebody, you know, and I don't really listen to Griselda. You know, because I don't, you know, I, I don't want to hear Wu-Tang revamps. I just, you know what I'm saying? I know they was inspiring everybody, so you know, a lot of people want to, you know, I think West Side's, you know, his ad libs is pretty funny. That's but you know, I don't really got nobody on the East Coast I can really lean on, and I know it's gonna come with it right now, with the exception of like maybe 38 Special, maybe two other people I can't think of right now off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Fonte, he ain't even from the East Coast. That's motherfucking North Carolina, and who else? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just this what I don't see it. I don't. It's not a lot of going on lyrically or otherwise. So at any rate, bro, I don't know. I think it's good for the game. It'll get Jadakiss off his ass. He might have to do another song. He might not even fuck. I don't know. I think he gonna have to do something. Jim Jones gonna he gonna hit watch up ass gonna try to do something, you know. Or maybe not. He said some other young nigga Adam Brad sound like he got some bars, but I don't know who this nigga is and what he's done. I don't care about your bars. You know what I mean? You know, don't send a flunky out. Go, get your money, Jimmy. He's so heavy. He probably scared. Anyway, that's all I got for Celebrity Spotlight, bro. The next segment I got is don't be a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? And today's don't be a weirdo. We got a special kind of weirdo because this ain't like a freaky weirdo. This is just like what the fuck, bitch? What kind of shit is that? So like, I don't know. It was some kind of issue with some kids, and somehow this grown ass bitch then got involved, and she didn't shot at the motherfucking kid, man. So that to me is that's really more than weird. That's like diabolical, bitch. What the fuck? Why are you shooting? And it is at kids. Bitch, you shooting at a kid. You a grown ass woman, big He-Man, like Amazon, bitch, and you shooting at a kid that you could probably beat up. But why? Because he, okay, so we in Milwaukee with it.
She has a history of criminal convictions that go back years.
33-year-old Casetta Burrell was just released from prison, is prohibited from having a gun, and waiting to go to.
Look, I'm gonna let them. I'm just trying to make sure I got your name, but you are our weirdo of the week. And I gotta. That shit is weird, but I'm gonna let them explain why. Exactly.
Trial for another felony case. When prosecutors say, Bill Miston explains now, she shot a 12-year-old boy over turf selling water bottles.
There's so much stuff going on in this complaint.
33-year-old Casetta Burrell's charged with 22 counts relating to leading police on a high-speed chase with kids in her vehicle after prosecutors say
you really ain't that. You can't be that
Burrell
crazy,
shot
bro.
a 12-year-old boy last Friday evening near 60th and Silver Spring.
Here you have what started as a dispute between two groups of children for water bottles selling turf.
Prosecutors say Burrell, her girlfriend, and other children, including Burrell's, drove around the neighborhood looking for the victim. Prosecutors say Burrell shot the boy, shot at his brother, and hit a nearby house with people inside. Prosecutors say flock cameras spotted the suspect vehicle, and when deputies tried to pull it over, Burrell started a nearly 6-mile pursuit at speeds upwards of 80 miles per hour with 4 kids in the vehicle, including her son.
Ms. Burrell had been out of prison.
So you, hold on. She
For
been out of
11
what?
days for her child.
She is only out of prison for 11 days before she did all this
Abuse
dumbass shit.
conviction, where the underlying victim is one of the victims in this case.
She understands the severity of her charges and has mentioned that she will attend any and all court appearances for this case. And she just mentioned to me that on that 17th where she missed her court appearance, she mentioned that she was in custody.
Burrell was set to go to trial this week in a felony case. Court records say she was in custody on the day of the shooting. It's unclear whose custody she was in and why she was released. But hours later, prosecutors say she shot the boy and later admitted to it on recorded jail calls, calling herself, quote, a hero.
Nobody in the community, nobody in the hood thinks somebody that shoots a 12-year-old kid is a hero. You are not a hero. If you did this, you're a zero.
Burrell.
You're a weirdo, bitch. Now, I'm all for, standing up for your people. You know what I mean? if you need to, if you putting hands on, I'm not even a fan of you putting hands on the kid altogether. But if you disciplining a kid and hands are involved, then I mean, because it was a lady who got beat up by, she was standing up for her kid. She got beat up by a bunch of kids, and she was standing up for her kid, trying to keep her kid from getting beat up. She had to put her hand on some kids. That would have just been a part of what that had to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? But you, you, you pulled your gun out and you shot at a kid, bitch. And you shot at his brother too. And you really can't tell it. She must have wanted to go back to prison, bro. That's all I can say. She wasn't out, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? So that's whatever. That's all I got for that. But also, who got active now? Who got active can use a sponsor. Email me at mr.j.c.r.b@gmail.com. And if you're interested, let me know what you got, and we can make something happen. But anyway, who got active today is somebody that made the ultimate sacrifice, right? And I mean, I'm not gonna do too much joking, but I will crack a couple. But before I do, I want to say, rest in peace to this brother, because he did what he was supposed to do as a man, and what we're expected to do as a man. Uh, oh man, and that's protect your wife, even if it means losing your own life. I mean, it's just crazy that the brother did it for you know this lady that y'all probably gonna say. You probably thought I was gonna say something about her being white or something, but I don't care about her being white. It's just, I think that he got duped a little bit on the strength that is the chick that he's about to marry looks really nice, but her mother is giving out how she gonna be in 20 years. And if he'd have looked at that and left, he'd still be alive. But he I don't know. He couldn't see past the cuteness of the girl he was about to marry. So here you go.
In the drowning death of a Rogers police officer.
4029's Abner Sosa spoke to the mother of Fred Marsh's fiance, who says he died saving her daughter.
All right, R.I.P. Fred Marsh. Let me see. Freddie. Now that's a hero. Not the bitch that was trying to shoot at a kid. But yeah, I wish you was sharp enough to know what to do and we're gone and you still be here. We'd be laughing about this shit right now. But but Fred is gone now, bro. And she's still around here about to trick another motherfucker.
Just hours after proposing to her.
Wow. So he proposed the same day, hours after or something. Then this happened.
Cheryl Paget tells me her daughter was caught on the.
And look at her. He probably like, yeah, he thinks she's out of his league. She got the little yummies, little petite something. You know what I mean? She white. He feel like, yeah.
current on the Elk River in Missouri. She says Officer Marsh and a friend helped her reach a canoe, but Marsh...
Mama. That's the mama right there. That's the mama. That's just the back. Oh, that is... Wait till you see
was swept away. The morning Officer Fred Marsh died. He and his girlfriend were celebrating the
Look at her.
beginning of their future together.
He proposed to my daughter on...
Whoa, nigga. Look at this shit here. You seen the mama, I mean the girl, right? And now you look at the mama. Yeah.
On the day he passed away, early that morning, and he made her his fiance.
Paget says the couple had been together for 3 years.
That's her. And then you seen the mama. What?
She tells me even before the proposal, she'd...
All right, this the little boutique, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, she... Look at bro. He already going bald. He ain't got no hair. He probably, you know, closer to 40. She probably closer to, you know, she probably ain't 30 yet. Nowhere near it.
already considered Marsh her son.
I lost my only son 4 years ago to a fatal accident in my hometown. So we instantly made a connection and a bond, and I called him son and he called me mama.
Later that day, Marsh, his new fiance, another officer, and his wife were spending the day on the Elk River. Paget says her daughter got into the water, then began struggling against the current as she tried to return to a kayak.
She started yelling for the wife, okay, someone has got to help me. The water is coming up so high and it's pushing on my chest and it's getting pressure and it's hard to breathe and I'm swimming and I'm going nowhere. And she said, if you guys do not help me, I'm going to drown.
Paget says the other officer went to help her and Marsh quickly joined the rescue effort. She says the two men helped push her toward a canoe. She made it to safety, but Marsh was caught in the current. Paget says he called for help before going under.
He saw the love of his life in distress, and he was going to help his friend and do what a good human would do, whether it was man, woman, child, or the love of his life. And he went in there to help her, and he gave his life helping someone else. And that is who Fred Marsh is.
Paget describes him as a gentle giant, devoted to his faith, his family, and helping others.
I hope he has.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for anyone. He helped everyone without hesitation.
On Monday, people lined the streets as a motorcade escorted Marsh's body through northwest Arkansas. Paget says the outpouring from the community and law enforcement showed the family how many lives he touched. Now she wants people to honor him by following the example he set.
Let's do something in Fred's honor that would bless him and make him shout from heaven. And that is to be kind to your fellow man. Don't fight, don't argue, don't bicker about race, don't bicker about gender, because when Fred loved, he loved with everything he had and he loved well. We love you, Fred.
Paget tells me Marsh's family is still finalizing funeral arrangements. She says they expect officers, former classmates, friends, and others who knew him to come together to honor his life.
Okay, well now I feel kind of like an asshole because I mean that's a really sweet lady, bro, and that's what it's really all about. At the end of the day, it's not about looks, but you know it is somewhat about looks. But you know, you just having somebody that's sweet, it definitely helps. You know, on the journey. But that's been our show for today. RIP to any of the soldiers that have lost their lives over the last past. I was supposed to speak about a couple of them that lost their lives out in the middle of what's going on in Iran, in the Strait of Hormuz. But you know, I hope all that blows over soon. But yeah, that's been the show for this evening. I hope y'all had a good time with us. But yeah, and I hope y'all have a productive week. But that's been the show. This is Jamerson Ballard signing off. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Good night.